So where am I going now?
Chambers Cove. It's the site of the shipwreck of the Truxtun, the Pollux, and the Wilkes. These were American warships that ran ashore here on the rocks in 1942.
This is going to be crazy to see it actually on a boat.
It's a different perspective. You see it from the ocean, looking off at those cliffs. You really get a perspective of what these poor folks went through.
You got to be really careful. The skipper was saying that there's all these growlers, rocks coming up that can hit the boat. And that's what happened to all the American ships that day, so you can't tell. So it's really scary and eerie here.
These three ships were planning to come up the eastern seaboard, end up in Argentia. Can you imagine in the winter, 100 miles an hour of wind, 50, 60-foot seas? He managed to get up over that cliff and staggered along the shoreline in this snowstorm in a gale of wind, happened to see the light from the head frame of one of the mines. He went towards the light and was greeted by the Newfoundlanders. They managed to go out and save 186 of these guys. In the story of the Truxtun, the Pollux, and the Wilkes, this is wartime. So these boats were not allowed to talk to each other for fear that the German submarines would intercept their transmissions and then attack these boats. So this is in the context of wartime, and in wartime, the cautions that were put in place to save them from an enemy attack unfortunately crippled them from a regular navigation. So right here now, Don, we're just getting into the middle of the cove, and in the unfortunate situation with the Truxtun, this is where she ended up, between those two little islands right there. A big boat. I mean, she's 96 meters long. She's nearly 300 feet for people that use feet. That's a big boat that ends up wedged between those two rocks, and 156 men on board. And sadly, unfortunately, 110 people were lost in this cove. But the efforts that these Newfoundlanders went through to try to save these guys, and it tells you a lot about their character and the sanctity of a human life.
Is there shipwrecks like sunken? This is like a sacred area.
This is, and like you say, this is a protected municipal site. These boats beat to pieces after a few days, and the debris field here is huge. And there's everything on the bottom here, from a spoon from the galley, all kinds of ammunition. As kids, there were shells, big loaded shells, rolling up on the beaches here.